I'm John Barrow, and I approve this message.
You're working hard to make ends meet and help your children get started. Some politicians are making it harder. Lee Anderson voted for the largest sales tax increase in Georgia history. Now he supports a 9% national sales tax. Lee Anderson took $700 in dinners from their lobbyists and voted for a 9% increase in your utility bills. Lee Anderson is no friend of the taxpayer.
John Barrow voted with Obama 85% of the time.
Lee Anderson will support Georgia values.
Barrow voted for Obama's failed stimulus plan that cost us $800 billion.
Lee Anderson will fight to balance the budget.
Barrow voted to keep Obamacare's massive tax increases and Medicare cuts.
Lee Anderson will vote to repeal Obamacare.
John Barrow, politician, Obama ally.
Lee Anderson, conservative farmer.
The National Republican Congressional Committee is responsible for the content of this advertising.
John Barrow's ready to debate. Lee Anderson refuses to debate, like he refused to debate his opponent in the Republican runoff. Lee Anderson even refuses to attend nonpartisan forums with voters and answer questions. He won't say why he supports ending Medicare or why he supports a 9% national sales tax. Lee, folks deserve to know where you stand.
I'm John Barrow, and I approve this message, but I'd rather say it to him in person.
John Barrow said,
I have never been a rubber stamp for any party leadership, or any president.
"Oh, really?" Barrow had a different line when he was trying to convince Democrats to give him money to save his job. Barrow admitted that he supported Obama 85% of the time. John Barrow, he's not independent, he's a rubber stamp for Barack Obama. The National Republican Congressional Committee is responsible for the content of this advertising.
I'm John Barrow, and I approve this message.
Democrats in Washington want to raise taxes. Republicans want to cut Medicare. John Barrow is fighting to cut wasteful spending. That's why he voted for the balanced budget amendment. Lee Anderson supports the budget plan that ends the current Medicare system, turns Medicare over to the insurance industry, and makes seniors pay thousands more out of pocket. Lee Anderson wants to cut Medicare benefits. John Barrow wants to cut wasteful spending. That's the difference.
Can we trust John Barrow? The Augusta Chronicle called him two-faced and perhaps the most shameless, duplicitous, self-serving politician of his era. Now Barrow's up to his old tricks again. The truth, Barrow supported Obama 85% of the time, and he voted to keep Obamacare's $716 billion in Medicare cuts in place. John Barrow helping Obama, deceiving us. The National Republican Congressional Committee is responsible for the content of this advertising.
I'm John Barrow, and I approve this message.
On taxes, John Barrow voted to keep the Bush tax cuts. Lee Anderson voted to raise taxes. Lee Anderson voted for a $160 million tax on hospitals, a new 7% fee on cars, and the largest tax increase in Georgia history. Now Lee Anderson supports a 9% national sales tax. Lower taxes? Not from Lee.
John Barrow doesn't get it.
Well, my support for President Obama is beside the point.
No, Congressman, it is the point to middle-class families who've seen their incomes decline under Obama. And it is the point to those struggling to find work because the Obama jobs plan you backed failed.
Well, my support for President Obama is beside the point.
John Barrow is missing the point, and that's why it's time for him to go. The National Republican Congressional Committee is responsible for the content of this advertising.